So starting out, nice inhale, let that belly button lift up to the ceiling. It's pulling the spine off the floor. Exhale, belly button works like a thumb. As you exhale, it is pushing the spine down. See if you can feel your belly button flatten your low back, and see if you can even feel that low back vertebrae press down into the floor. And then inhale, it lifts it up. Picking it up, you should be able to maybe slide your hand under your low back as you inhale. As you exhale, you got to take your hand out of there, otherwise it's going to get squashed. Feel into low back tension. Is it tight? Is it tighter on that inhale as you go into lumbar extension? Is it tighter on that exhale, especially as you try to flatten those vertebrae? Maybe you're finding that's really hard to do and it feels a little tight on that exhale. Again, that's good, relevant information to take notes of. Now we're going to start to peel our spine off the floor. So as we exhale, navel's pressing into the spine to flatten it out. And then we're going to scoop, and that scoop is going to lift the sacrum off the floor, and then it's going to lift each vertebrae. And the goal is, can we peel each vertebrae one at a time? So as I exhale, lift, sacrum's on the floor, but I feel all 5 lumbar vertebrae. I continue to scoop, and the L5 comes up, then the L4, then the L2, then the L1, at which point I'm kind of at the top of my hip bridge, and I'm actively scooping into it. And then I'm letting each vertebrae down one at a time. L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, sacrum. Inhale, belly button lifts, spine off the floor. Exhale, flattens, and then can we peel? It's probably a little easier to peel each vertebrae off the floor than it is to place each one back down. And that's simply because we have a natural curve to our back that kind of puts those vertebrae in a position where they don't touch the floor super easily. But this is as a mobility of that lumbar spine to maintain mobility, spacing, as well as stability. This is a good practice to work on. As we get to that top range, on that exhale, actively scoop just a little bit more, and you should start to feel those glutes light up on fire. Inhale as we let it back down. Now I'm going to make a couple of changes here. We're going to now lift the balls of the feet off the floor so that the heels are the only thing touching. Everything else is going to be the same, but as we lift and peel the spine off the floor, we're pressing through the heels, not the entire flat foot. Same thing as we let it all back down. Balls of the feet are picked up off the floor. Nice big inhale, exhale, feel that belly button press the spine, and then peel each vertebrae one at a time and really try to actively scoop at the very top. Inhale as we let it all back down. We'll do a good 5 up to 10 reps driving through the heels. I'll go 5 reps since this is something new that I am teaching. And then on that 5th rep, as we come down, we're going to let the balls of the feet touch the floor, and we're going to lift the heels up. So now the heels are off the floor. Everything else is the same. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, belly presses the spine, and then we're peeling each vertebrae one at a time. And as we continue to peel and scoop, only pressing through the balls of the feet. Now, if you can, make sure that that ball of the foot is spread so that you have even pressure from the ball of the big toe all the way across to the ball of the pinky toe. You may find that you push more through the ball of one foot, and that maybe you push more through the big toe ball of the big toe on one foot, and you push more through the ball of the pinky toe on the other foot. And that if you were to try to switch it up, it would feel really difficult, challenging, like there's not a neurology to support it. Again, that's super relevant information. After we do 5, we're going to let the feet flatten out. And we're going to do more of these, but now as you exhale to get to the top with your feet grounded and flat together, we're going to stay at the top. And we're going to bring our breath with tilt to this top position. Inhale, belly opens up, pelvis tilts, getting sway in the back. Exhale, navel to spine as we scoop, seeing if we can feel that length stretch through the front of the thighs, activation, contraction through the glute. This one we can do for 5 up to 10 reps. As you're inhaling and exhaling with this scoop, don't let the hips drop. Try to keep them elevated as high as you can. We're trying to get that scoop to happen at the peak of this hip bridge or hip drive position. And once we get to about 5 or 6 breaths with that scoop, you should really start to feel those glutes light up on fire. Once we get a good 5, even up to 10 reps, let the hips come back down to the floor.